Now, thank you so much guys for watching, and please welcome back once again to my channel. Please subscribe just in case you are here for the first time, and also don't forget to press the notification bell so that YouTube can automatically update you immediately I post a video here. Otherwise, I really want to appreciate my subscribers so much, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is currently. So feel very much welcome as you watch, and I really don't take your support for granted. So yesterday, the US President Joe Biden personally responded to Raila Odinga's allegations, warning the international community against interfering with his mass actions that he's been conducting across the country recently. In my personal view, Raila Odinga knows very well that what he is currently doing is too much against the law and can lead this country into a total violence or into a complete chaos. And if the international community were to talk about it, if the international community were to give their opinion about Raila Odinga's mass actions, then they will never ever support what Raila Odinga is currently doing. So what I'm getting from this statement made by Joe Biden, which I'm going to read for you, is that, first of all, he has warned Raila Odinga against these mass actions across the country, which we are going to talk about it. He has also issued a guideline to President William Ruto on how to deal with Raila Odinga's mass actions across the country each and every Monday and Thursday. And also, thirdly, and several other things that he has talked about it, is that he has invited President William Ruto for a democratic summit to the US, just to train him on how, and other African leaders, to train them on how to handle these mass actions that has been currently being conducted across the country and also different parts of the African countries. So let me just read for you this statement made by Joe Biden yesterday concerning these mass actions conducted by Raila Odinga, saying that, "I encourage political opposition leader, protesters and all parties from restraint from violence and rhetoric that could incite violence." Also, he has said that, "I call upon government security forces to act with restraint while protecting public safety and properties." So what I'm getting from that statement, and if you go and read ahead what Joe Biden, or if you go and listen to Joe Biden, what he's talking about, first of all, he has warned Raila Odinga and the Azimio la Umoja Alliance against incitement. You know, what Raila Odinga has been doing recently is not a mass action, or is not a peaceful demonstration. What he is currently doing is, is actually incitement. When you call upon goons to burn other people's properties, let me give a very good example. Raila Odinga and other Azimio la Umoja Alliance supporters have been arguing that what they have been doing currently are definitely peaceful protest. But let me give you a good example. In Kisumu, they burned the UDA offices there and several motor vehicles and the properties that were destroyed there. Can you tell that that was a peaceful protest? When did Raila Odinga go ahead and rebuke what they currently, or what they recently did concerning that issue? Also, a certain property, a certain supermarket here in Nairobi was destroyed by several protesters there, and different goods were stolen. That person entered into total loss, but Raila Odinga has never ever mentioned something about it. The only time that Raila Odinga mentioned about the goons is when his Spectre Gas Company alongside Mombasa Road was destroyed, or property was destroyed there. Also, when Uhuru's land, goons invaded that land and destroyed the properties there and stole some animals, domestic animals there. That is when Raila Odinga went ahead to talk about all these issues, because it was affecting his side and Uhuru Kenyatta's side. That is why he talked about it. But whenever there's anything happening across the country bad concerning his mass actions, he never ever talks about it. So the US President Joe Biden has warned Raila Odinga against this excitement. Secondly, He has advised William Ruto on how to deal with Raila Odinga's, or he has given William Ruto a guideline on how to deal with Raila Odinga's mass actions each and every Monday and Thursday. He has urged the police officers to act with, to deal with Raila Odinga gently, not too harsh to them, because what they are currently doing is to protect their lives and the properties during the mass actions. So the police also should not be too hard to Raila Odinga's protesters. There are those who are going with very good intentions that they are demonstrating within the law, but those who are breaking the law of Kenya, then they must face the law. But the main issue basically is that the police must not act with too much, a hardship when dealing with Raila Odinga's protesters, because they are also human beings and it's also their right. And thirdly, ladies and gentlemen, the US president has invited William Ruto for a democratic summit just to training to counter Raila Odinga's demonstrations, and not William Ruto alone, also different African leaders on how to deal with this demonstration, because the demonstrations are not happening here in Kenya alone. Different parts of Africa, including South Africa, including Tunisia, and several other parts, including Nigeria also. So they will go and be trained on how to handle the protesters, because it's their democratic right and power belongs to the people of the country. It's not the leaders, and the people of any country must execute their powers either through voting in their leaders to lead them and to initiate development projects, or they can act within their laws or with their power by demonstrating. So it's their right according to the constitution that they also participated in writing. And also, fourthly, ladies and gentlemen, the US President Joe Biden congratulated William Ruto and he applauded him for commitment to democracy. President William Ruto made it very clear that his government must have an opposition, and the opposition must carry out their own activities, and William Ruto will not interfere with the opposition because we are a democratic country. And so far, how William Ruto has handled the mass actions since it began is that there are minimal, or the number of people who have been injured are too much minimal, but the number of people who have been arrested for breaking the law is there. And also, ladies and gentlemen, the people who have died so far is only 2. So definitely, if the guidelines must be offered to William Ruto on how to counter Raila Odinga's demonstrations, then he will do it perfectly. But so far, William Ruto has done a very good job in countering Raila Odinga's demonstrations across the country. So that was my analysis for today concerning the mass actions conducted by Raila Odinga across the country, and also President Joe Biden response to Raila Odinga. That was my opinion. What do you think about it? What do you think about the statement made by Joe Biden? Let me hear your thoughts on the comment section below. Otherwise, I don't have much. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Until next time, my name is Json. Bye bye.